The commissioning of the projects for the expansion of the grid continues as the commissioning of projects is now being done at a fast pace to reach the 20,000 megawatts target of the federal government within the next 3 years.
Electricity supply will stabilize as energy transmission will be constant and high tension lines become busy because Transmission Company of Nigeria, in line with the federal government's policy of incremental power, is boosting capacity of transmission facilities. The various expansions and upgrading of power substations will lead to more energy being transferred, as the installation of mega transformers is to build and provide more redundant facilities that will enhance quick switchover of transmission in order to address power outage.
The transformer capacity at inception was probably very, very small. The city has grown to come and dominate the capacity. Many more houses have been built, many more families have settled in this neighborhood, and therefore over the years the population has exceeded the transformer capacity, and for many years we haven't invested as a nation in addressing that gap. This is one of the things that the Buhari government is committed to doing, and this is what it has done through agencies like TCN and the NDPHC.
This present administration, through its Ministry of Power, is ensuring standards so that communities can have 60 MVA in 2 places. In case there is any fault with the first 60 MVA, they would immediately switch to the second one while rectifying the fault. The objective is to move towards a stable and reliable power supply. As a result, the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing constantly commissions new transformers from 120 kVA to 330 kVA installations, among others.
There will be many more of this completion, energizing and connection of substation, injection stations and so on in the course of this year and next year.
After 3 years, that what he has promised is being fulfilled. This means in the second term, by God's grace, would be like Dubai, where there would be light throughout the day and night.
The boosting of transmission capacities is the case in Kakuri and other Kaduna power substations, when the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, commissioned 2 transformers. These installations also include a new 330 kV substation in Millennium City, 132 kV substation in Rigasa, another 132 kV substation in Jaji, and 330 kV substation in Zaria.
Today we are commissioning yet another 2x60 MV additional capacity of the powerhouse that fits Kakuri, which is the heart of industry of Kaduna, heart of industries of Kaduna and environment. We successfully completed the reconducting of the Kaduna powerhouse to Mando 132 kV line and successfully increased the capacity from 80 megawatt to 240 megawatt.
It will enable Kaduna Disco better serve its customers in areas like in the city itself, in Kaduna City, in Rigasa, in Kakuri, in Banawa, in Sabon Tasha, Tudun Wada, Unguarimi, Kawu, Rigashuku, Chikun, and other places.
Nigeria has a generation transmission capacity of 7,000 megawatts and is expanding, because when the present administration came in, distribution capacity was not more than 3,500 megawatts, but it is now over 5,000 megawatts. However, there are various challenges with distribution that the federal government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, is continuously addressing.
Help is on the way. We are solving these problems one after the other. It is going to take a lot of effort to deal with it. We are dealing with backlogs of what should have been done 15, 20 years ago. You have heard from the MD, we are recovering equipment that were abandoned in our own port over 15 years ago, over 800 containers. And that happened because nobody paid the shippers, nobody budgeted for them, and we left the equipment, bought with taxpayers' money, in the port to rot away. And those equipment were necessary to complete this kind of work. Now we have recovered over 640, and work is still continuing to ensure that we recover all of them and deploy them.
All the companies that run to Ghana and other African countries will soon prefer to do business in Nigeria, as power supply in the nation will be cheaper than most countries, serving as an incentive that will attract investors.